Hi there Gemini, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for August 10 to the 16th. I had to have a look at that, Gemini. I forgot the date momentarily. You are the first cab off the rank today, Gemini, and I really love doing these weekly readings. I think they might be my favourite. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's on the cards for you, Gemini. Going to get started with the Work Your Light Oracle, illustrated by the amazing Danielle Knoll, of whom I am a massive fangirl. Let's see what comes out for you. Overarching themes or messages for Gemini, please. August 10th to the 16th. I just can't believe that it's that far through the year already, Gemini. I just really have quite a warped perception of time progression at the moment because, to be real, I haven't left my suburb apart from going to a health appointment and a couple of suburbs down from me since the end of March. So it's been a small existence. However, I'm so grateful for having a big online community and connecting with all of you. It really helps us all get the interaction that we need in this time. Gemini, let's shuffle these a little more and then choose the card if it doesn't pop out for you. Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? That's a big theme for everyone right now. You know, I've just finished doing the work and money readings, and there's just this big theme of change, and it's not necessarily, you know, changing roles. It's embracing new tools, new technologies, doing things differently. But for some of us, it is also moving into soul purpose work. Like this year, I've been able to, you know, take quite a few steps really into the tarot and the other kind of therapy work that I do, and you know, move away from my day job, which is in the technology space. It's quite different. So I think a lot of us are really moving towards our purpose and being able to live that now. And yeah, it does take a lot of steps, but I feel that a lot of us are realigning with that at the moment and being moved towards it as well. Let's get a Yogic Path card for you. I'm going to take this one, Karma. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, look, it might be karmically time for you to do that. Maybe some of you are ending or completing a karmic contract. There might have been some karmic rebalancing going on in your life. Gemini, let's get the tarot story out. Whoa. If you have been going through a karmic balancing, the worst is over. Sun energy, I mean, the most positive card in the tarot deck. So they say. Just realised I've got my layout wrong here, guys. I'm going to run out of room if I don't do this. There we go. I'm just a little bit out of whack because I was doing the work and money readings and I had it set up differently. Okay, let's get out the next card, Gemini. So recent past, the Sun, what you may have been journeying. Yeah, and I really feel that it's been the journeying through some kind of obstacle maybe, and you're out the other side now. So it says the Hierophant. Yeah, I mean, it's asking you to have faith. It can be, you know, institutionalized settings. This can be the challenge of values, the challenge of tradition versus new paradigm and doing things differently now. As I was saying with the Warrior Woman card, Gemini. We have the Eight of Swords with the Four of Wands. Removing self-limiting beliefs in order to, you know, get to another milestone to build greater stability in your life. Where is this going? Let's get the clarifiers and find out. Let's clarify the Sun for you, Gemini. Page of Pentacles and Justice. Yeah, like some of you might have gone through a justice situation and you have received some good news out of that. Could have been a divorce or separation with the Hierophant and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, some of you might be holding on to some sense of tradition. It might be time to do something differently. We've got two number 4s here, which is, you know, your foundations, your stability. We've got the Chariot and King of Pentacles. Yeah. Moving on to new commitments. Okay, Gemini, let's start here with the Sun, the Justice energy, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, look at the cards here, Gemini. We have got, you know, the Justice energy holding this dagger. We've got Warrior Woman over in your Oracle cards here, holding the dagger of victory, and the Karma card. And the thing about the Justice card is it often talks about karmic rebalancing, wrongs being righted. Maybe you've had a karmic injustice. I mean, there's lots of levels to the Justice energy. It can be going through a legal divorce or separation, some kind of, you know, contractual review, be it in property or work contracts, that kind of thing. It can mean that, you know, an adjustment needs to happen in a situation, a fair and just one, and it works out for the person that it's meant to karmically, not for the person that wants it, right? That's how the universal balance sheet, you know, always adds up. That's the energy of justice. That's why it has the scales here. It's the card of Libra. Could have been dealing with a Libra here, or a Leo with the Sun energy. So I feel that you've maybe journeyed the worst of that, if it was bad, or the depths of that, and you know, you're moving out of that now, Gemini, with the Sun energy. And the Sun is known as the most positive card in the tarot deck. It says that the worst is over, that block or obstacle, you know, you're on the other side of that now, and it's time to manifest something new. It's time for your new beginning, new direction. And we still have a sense of moving on, unfolding throughout this week. Now, the Page of Pentacles can be, you know, the messenger of good news, and it can be good news financially. So some of you might have, you know, made a financial gain out of the situation. You might get the news this week that it has weighed in your favor. And it can also be a new sort of sense of solidity in a resource. It can be a new home, a new way to make money, something like that. It's a new sense of security also is what I'm feeling. We've got two number 4s in this reading, which are foundational energy, and the Page of Crystals is like new commitment and security in its infancy after a time where there could have been quite a big construct in your life that disintegrated. Could have been a tower moment as well. But the Sun energy says, hey, you're moving into a much brighter chapter in your life. One of positivity, where everything's going to be a lot better. You know, the sun shines bright. It, you know, eradicates the darkness. It's a very, very positive energy. So, yeah, you might be still feeling a little bit in the vulnerability of that. But this is also about rebirth, Gemini. You might have gone through a rebirth is what I'm seeing here. And I think the message is to keep on surrendering, Gemini, and don't hold on. As your focus energies, we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Yeah, I mean, the Hierophant can stand for traditionalized settings. It can be, you know, the place of work and study, and it also can be marriage or committed relationships. So there is a sense here that maybe you're still holding on a little bit to whatever this justice situation, you know, moved through, because the Four of Crystals or Pentacles can be the energy of grasping, of holding on. It's also the energy of, if there was financial matters involved, that you kind of still feel like you have to be a little bit in scarcity and holding on to those coins. Just keep in mind that money is an energy, and sometimes if we can just loosen that grip a little bit, we can kind of encourage the flow of that in and out of our lives. The Four of Pentacles could also be a sense of staying contracted or playing a bit small as well. And the Hierophant asks you to challenge now, you know, the direction that you're moving in. It says to have hope, have faith. It's a number 5. It's a turning point. So it's clear here that, you know, there is some kind of completion here, and now you're being asked to answer your deepest calling. That's what the Hierophant wants you to do. So it's saying that maybe at a number 5, you're at the turning point. There's a change that's required in order to do that. And it's saying maybe you need to assess the past, you know, the values that you've come in with, the systems and all of that, and determine if that's right for you now. So I've got the 2 keys. There's the one of the past values and there's one of the new. And it says maybe it's time to go your own way. Do what lights you up, to operate on purpose with you, because that's how you answer the deepest calling. And whatever this justice situation or this karmic completion was that you went through, I feel like it was necessary to release you from something that was complete and was no longer, you know, in alignment with you anymore, because you're being asked to move in a different direction and to rise above and to, you know, surrender to this process. 4 cards here, Gemini. Where shall we start? Here. Yeah, I mean, the Chariot and the 8 of Swords. There is a little sense of moving into a little bit of stagnant energy this week with the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords, right? You've come so far, the worst is over, so it's time to let go of the self-limiting beliefs or any sense of, you know, feeling hard done by or victim mentality or lower self-esteem. It's time to let that go now. It says that that's over. There is a path forward and it's time to get on that chariot and move on. If I can get that word out. So that's what the 8 of Swords asks you to do. It can be a mental imprison through our own self-imposed over-analyzing, overthinking, that kind of energy. Now the thing about getting all up in the mind is that it begins to move us away from operating through our intuitive centers. That's why this person's bound around the 3rd eye, the heart and the gut. So we really want to try and quieten that energy of the mind through meditation, having a walk in nature, whatever works for you, so that we can really hear the wisdom of the body and the intuition. And that's where the answer lies to this deepest calling and answering that. And that's where the Chariot wants to take you. It wants to move you closer towards that. First of all, you need to hear the call. And we hear the call by letting go of mind and reconnecting with the deeper intuition of the body. So the Chariot is a card of victory. We've got victory all over this reading. Warrior woman, justice, the Chariot. So it says it is a victory for you if you can keep moving ahead and releasing what's holding you back. And the Chariot says, you know what, it's about becoming very congruent and aligned in your direction, letting go of any indecision, being in 2 minds. It's when we line that up, that's when we propel forward at pace. And the Chariot says, you know what, sometimes we need to leave home or a comfort zone in order to get to the next stage. And that's what I'm seeing with that 4 of Pentacles energy. It's very much a contracted, I'm playing safe. It's a playing safe energy. But we all know that if we do what we always did, we get what we always got. So the Chariot asks you to potentially feel into the unknown, feel the fear and do it anyway, because the next step that you're desiring is beyond your comfort zone. That's the message there. And these are the next steps that you might be heading towards. 4 of Wands and King of Pentacles. The 4 of Wands is also a milestone. I feel like this whole situation is a milestone for you. The justice situation was probably a milestone because it's been a big clearing of something from the past. It's letting go of the old paradigm and moving you into the new. And it says here that you're ready for new commitments, for a new sense of abundance and success. Both of these cards are cards of stability, security. I mean, the King of Pentacles could actually be an earth sign, a Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus. Most likely a Taurus that could be coming into your life, and it could be new commitment for some of you in work or in relationships. But otherwise the King of Pentacles stands for trust, trusting the path and committing to it, and that's when the abundance flows. King of Pentacles absolutely knows what opportunities to focus on, the ones that are going to expand. It's a very good entrepreneur, the King of Pentacles. Whether that's, you know, choosing the right people to interact with or the right opportunities. The King of Pentacles has the ability to discern that. Because look at him, he's operating from heart. Not like the 8 of Swords that's operating from head. He's all heart. So the Four of, the Four of Wands is a card that we love to see because it can be that happily ever after. The milestone, heading towards the best life, if that's marriage and beautiful home and abundance. It's about the four solid sides of a square: stability, solidity, building a new foundation that can make you really genuinely happy. Four of Wands and the Sun, guys, you're moving into a much happier chapter. And this is the 11-11 formation. So there is a sense of, being synchronistically moved towards your highest calling and purpose this week. And I think it's really important for you to be able to quieten the energy and the chatter of the mind, to drop into the heart. And that's when you're going to hear these messages, Gemini. The King of Crystals, just looking towards this reality because he can feel it. And so he's really magnetizing it towards him. And you can do that too, Gemini. Gemini, a milestone reached. That might be the name of this reading, I think. Gemini, I'm going to leave it there, and I do hope you enjoyed the reading. Some exciting energies here. Keep in mind, it's a reading for the collective. It's not going to be everyone's message. I absolutely know that. It's impossible for it to resonate for everyone, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. If you feel called to share, drop me a comment. I read each and every one, and I try and respond to as many as I can as well. And I'll see you back here next week for another message.